So Lucy, how are you working with Farillio?
So I'm working with Farillio to provide all sorts of useful corporate resources for the site that our users might be interested in. So, for example, guidance on all sorts of topics, such as how to form companies, for example. And draft documents and templates that they might be able to use to help them through various corporate processes.
And you're shooting videos like this one with us too. I think that's been one of the joys of working with people like you as well, is taking those real nuggets of wisdom that are in your head and that you advise on every day and turning them into videos and guides and infographics and GIFs. You guys are awfully versatile. But it's been great actually working together. We've certainly found it very exciting to collaborate with you and the team, obviously, that you sit within, to really, I think, empower small businesses to be better equipped to look after their business needs and start doing some of it themselves, but also obviously to know when people like you are there to hold our hands and really guide us through the process.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's what's really good about Farillio. I think a lot of businesses find it really difficult to know what legal advice they need, where they go to get it. You know, it's particularly daunting for a small business that might not necessarily know what it is that they need to do. They might not know who they need to speak to, how much it's going to cost, and all those barriers sort of prevent people from accessing what they need. And I think Farillio is really exciting from that point of view, because it gives people the knowledge that they need to get started. It gives them sort of a base of knowledge that they didn't have before, and therefore perhaps gives them the confidence to do it themselves or to go and chat to an expert if it's help that they think that they need. But either way, it's empowering for businesses.
I think so. I mean, certainly starting out as I did, and I was very lucky. I had people like you and like your colleagues, Helen and Gareth and others, a brilliant team at Wilkes, to really guide me through the process. But I think there's nothing more debilitating than not knowing what you don't know. And I think we were talking about this at breakfast, actually, weren't we, about how much people assume you know already and how much you realise you don't know. And I think sometimes people who are experts can be really dismissive of what they assume you know, and they're sort of moving on to the next stages, and you're still sort of left at the start going, do I understand what this means? So it's I think what we're doing with you is so critical to removing, as you say, those barriers and just moving people forward.
Yeah, it's giving people the confidence to know what questions to ask, to feel like they can pick up the phone to a lawyer and say, I've read about this, I know a little bit about it already, it's this bit that I'm confused about, was this, and feel like they have some knowledge before they have those conversations, and to feel supported.